Today's Gospel Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. First reading. Reading from the letter of the Apostle St. Paul to the Romans, 6:1-8. Brothers and sisters, do not let sin continue to reign in your mortal body, subjecting you to its desires. Do not offer the parts of your body to sin as instruments of unrighteousness. Rather, present yourselves to God as those who have returned to life from death, and offer your parts to God as instruments of righteousness. For sin will not have dominion over you, because you are not under law but under grace. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law but under grace? By no means. Do you not know that when you offer yourselves to someone as slaves to obey, you become slaves of the one you obey, whether of sin, leading to death, or of obedience, leading to righteousness? Thanks be to God that though you were slaves of sin, you obeyed from the heart the pattern of teaching to which you were entrusted. Having been freed from sin, you became slaves of righteousness. Psalm of today, Psalm 123:13, 4, 6, 7, 8. Our help is in the name of the Lord. If the Lord had not been on our side, let Israel say. If the Lord had not been on our side when people rose up against us, then would they have swallowed us alive. When their anger was kindled against us, then would the waters have overwhelmed us, the torrent gone over us. Then would the raging waters have swept us away. Blessed be the Lord, who has not given us up as prey to their teeth. We have escaped like a bird from the snare of the fowler. The snare is broken, and we have escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Gospel of the day, reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke 12:3948. At that time Jesus said to his disciples, "Understand this. If the owner of the house had known at what hour the thief was coming, he would have stayed awake and would not have let his house be broken into. You also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour you do not expect." Peter said, "Lord, do you speak this parable for us or for everyone?" Then the Lord said, "Who then is the faithful and wise manager whom his master will set over his servants to give them their portion of food at the proper time? Blessed is that servant whom his master, when he comes, will find doing so. Truly I say to you, he will set him over all his possessions. But if that servant says in his heart, 'My master is delayed in coming,' and begins to beat the male and female servants, and to eat and drink and get drunk, the master of that servant will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at an hour he does not know, and will punish him severely, and will assign him a place with the unfaithful. That servant who knew his master's will but did not get ready or act according to his will shall receive many blows, but the one who did not know and did what deserved a beating will receive fewer blows. From everyone who has been given much, much will be required, and from the one who has been entrusted with much, even more will be demanded." Reflection on today's Gospel. Freed from sin, you have become slaves of righteousness. Today we read a passage from the letter to the Romans. In this text, St. Paul speaks as though something is already finished. We might think that once we convert, we remain permanently in that state. But that is not what Paul is telling us. On the contrary, he is reminding us that conversion is not a one-time event but a lifelong journey. The human being continues to enjoy freedom, and as long as we live, we can choose in either direction. We must remember that every moment we must resurrect ourselves into the new life Jesus offers and to which he calls us. Jesus is the eternal living one. His resurrection is once and for all. He is already free from death and sin. Indeed, through baptism we are united to him, yet we must not forget that we remain free and capable of choosing. And that freedom places us in a position of having to choose constantly, in every instant, between justice and sin. Christ is always present in our lives if we allow him, so that we can choose either of two paths, justice/freedom, or becoming slaves of sin. Let us choose well, and let us remain under the influence of what is good, just, and holy. Christ is always ready to lend us a hand so we may step out of darkness and live in light, justice, and truth. The Son of Man comes at the hour you do not expect. Jesus gives a clear warning. If we knew exactly when the Son of Man would come, we would be prepared, living in peace, free from fear, trusting we could make a final act of contrition just in time. But we do not know the day or the hour. All we know is that he will come, and we must stay vigilant at every moment of our lives, always available for the Lord, who will arrive when he deems it best. It depends on us how we are found, fulfilling our duties or sleeping on the job. That is our responsibility, and in our freedom we must choose. We may wait awake, in prayer, ready to serve, or rest during the hours of duty. The choice is ours. We know, according to Psalm 123, that our help lies in the name of the Lord. In Him, we must place all our trust, because only from Him comes our salvation, even though we do not know the day or the hour. Will we be able to reflect on this, and above all, live it? Do not wait until tomorrow to open your heart, for later it may be too late. Thank you for listening. We await you here for the next gospel.